Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Nihilego. I'm not actually 100% sure how to say it. I know we have got the Sun and Moon anime and it is obviously mentioned in there, but I haven't watched it. So I'm going to go with Nihilego. It could be Lego, but I say Lego kind of weirdly. I think it sounds better, but you know, it's a really cool Pokemon and a lot of nostalgia for me because I used this in the TBL Season 3 and it actually got me a lot of wins. It is such a really cool Pokemon. Yeah, I can do English. Right. Today I've got 4 sets for you. Honestly, Nihilego is fantastic. Base 109 in its HP, base 127 in its special attack is huge. It can hit a lot of different things for a lot of damage. Base 131 on special defense. Good luck getting over that with different Pokemon. It honestly is a huge special defense stat. And base 103 in speed, so it has quite a lot of speed to it as well, meaning that it can definitely work as a sweeper. Now before we get started, if you scroll down, click that like button and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And you just get to join the channel, which is fantastic. So, today, 4 set. The first one is a Choice Scarf set. Now, you can replace the Choice Scarf with Choice Specs in this scenario. It is whichever one you prefer, or whichever one your team works best on. For example, if you're running Sticky Webs or you already have quite a fast team, you might want to go for Choice Specs because that'll work better. But Choice Scarf if you've got a slower team, for example. We have Beast Boost as our ability, and the good thing about Beast Boost is that it boosts a stat every time you make a Pokemon faint, but you do need to be careful with what you do with your stats, because it only boosts the highest stat. Now, in this case, I have always made it special attack, I think, off the top of my head, and it's very important that your special attack is the highest, so you can get that special attack boost, because that will allow for Nihilego to do a sweep. If it knocks out one Pokemon, you can just destroy teams. So move-wise, I've gone for Sludge Wave, powerful poison type attack boosted by stab, hits fairy types super effective damage, which is fantastic. Power Gem, powerful rock type attack, hits things like fire types, it can hit ice types, and that is all I can remember. Flying types as well, so it can hit several Pokemon for super effective damage. We've got Dazzling Gleam to cover things like dragons or fighting types, and you've got Thunderbolt just for a bit more coverage there as well, hitting things like water types, hitting neutral on a couple of other types there as well. So EVs, max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. The reason I've gone timid here is because base 100 Pokemon sometimes do run Timid Scarf, or Jolly Scarf, and that will allow you to outspeed them. But obviously, if you're not too concerned about that, you can always go for the Modest Nature instead. That would allow for you to have more special attack. Or you could go along the lines of, if you went for Choice Specs, I'll definitely go for a Timid Nature instead, because you want as much speed as possible in that scenario. But with a Choice Scarf, you don't have to worry as much, because at 1.5, you are outspeeding the majority of Pokemon. Moving on to our second set, we have got a supportive set. Now, as I said, Nihilego can work quite nicely as a supportive Pokemon as well. It has really high special defense, pretty high HP as well, and in this one you can play with it, so you can possibly increase up your special attack or your special defense, and I'll talk to you about that in just a second. But on here I've got Leftovers, allowing you to heal yourself up every turn. That can be very helpful. We have got Stealth Rocks. Obviously, setting up hazards on the opposing side of the field can be huge. Things like ice types, fire types, flying types, and bug types do not appreciate that. And if they're dual typing on that, they're going to take 50% damage on entry. Obviously, it's been nerfed a little bit with heavy duty boots being introduced, but Stealth Rocks is still a really good utility move to have, because it breaks things like sashes. It can just dwindle that little bit more damage that just really breaks down teams and limits the amount of switches that people will go for. And you can combine this with Toxic Spikes. Now, you don't have to go Toxic Spikes, you could go Toxic, which is transfer only, I think. I'm not 100% sure if Nihilego learns it naturally. You'd have to check Cerebi for that one. I can't remember if that's the case, but it might be transfer only. Or you can go Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is a really good move to use to slow down the opposing Pokemon, especially if it's a faster Pokemon. I'm thinking things like a Alolan Persian just pops into my head, Alakazam, Azelf, all those things. If you get a Thunder Wave off on them and slow them down, it can be very helpful for your team. We've then got Clear Smog. Clear Smog gets rid of any status change, or not status changes, any stat changes on different Pokemon. So for example, if something has just gone for Swords Dance, you use that Clear Smog, you get rid of that Swords Dance so it's not got that boosted attack anymore, which I always find Clear Smog to be an absolutely fantastic move. I've used it so many times and it really limits what your opponent can do until Nihilego's gone, and half the time I haven't actually had Nihilego faint, so it is a fantastic move to have. And finally, Knockoff. Knockoff is a good utility move, as I said. I didn't say, but yeah. Knockoff is a good utility move. You get rid of the item on the opposing Pokemon, and obviously items make Pokemon a lot more scary in most cases, so getting rid of those items can be very helpful, and it does hit those Psychic types. If the Psychic type wants to switch in on this, that Knockoff will do an amount of damage. It won't do too much, but the main focus is getting rid of the item there. EVs, max HP, max speed with a hasty nature. So more speed, less defense. You could always go for a timid nature, so more speed, less attack if you wanted to, because you're not worrying about the damage output of the Knockoff, but at the same time, because your defense is already naturally so low, you're unlikely to live many hits, so going for that minus defense nature isn't the worst thing in the world for you to do, obviously, if you want to have that little bit more power and Knockoff. Now, you can run this, you can take some off the speed or some off the HP, and you can invest that into the special attacks. You need 9 extra in your special attacks, so you could go for a modest nature, for example, to put an increase in your special attack, or you could go for 9 times 4, which is 36. You could put 36 EVs in your special attack, and that would allow for your special attack to raise if you got rid of a Pokemon. Now, obviously, more situational because this set isn't designed to knock out different Pokemon, but if you wanted to have that special attack, you can always do that, so make sure that your special attack is higher than your special defense in this case. So that's something that you can consider doing. You could also run this as max HP, max special defense. At that point, you would have no luck with your special attack, but you can definitely run that as an option there and have a careful nature, careful or calm. I can't remember off the top of my head. I always get those two confused, but that would work for you if you want to run this as a defensive Pokemon rather than being able to take out anything. Moving on to the third Nihilego, so we have got a Power Herb set and Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam, obviously, normally it's 2 turn, but with the Power Herb it goes to 1 turn. You get a +1 in your special attack, and you also hit really hard with a powerful Rock type attack, also boosted by Stab. So that can work really nicely, but it is normally a one and done because 2 turn moves are not very helpful after you've got rid of the Power Herb, because you have to, first set it up, live that next hit, and then the opponent has the opportunity to switch into something else because they know you're going for Meteor Beam. So, for example, they could go into a Ground type or a Steel type, and that would just completely stop your Meteor Beam. Yes, you've got that +1, but it limits the amount that you can actually do in that case. Then we've got Sludge Bomb, powerful poison type attack, more chance to poison than with Sludge Wave, so you can always decide what you want to do with those ones. Psyshock, powerful Psychic type attack, goes into defense rather than the special defense, so that can be really helpful when dealing with things like Blissey or other Nihilegos, because obviously they have low defense stats but really high special defense stats. And finally, Grass Knot, just for a little bit more coverage. It hits a few different Pokemon, things like Rock types, Ground types, which you obviously don't like Ground types, and also Water types as well, so it can hit a few different Pokemon for super effective damage. EVs in this one, max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. I'd recommend going for this over a max HP, max special attack set, just because Nihilego has that nice speed that you can take advantage of, and that Meteor Beam with the Power Herb, it is going to hit something and potentially could take it out, especially if you choose in the right moment to hit a Pokemon. And finally, we have got a Dynamax set for Nihilego, and I have gone for Sludge Wave. Obviously, Sludge Wave turned to Max Ooze, increasing up your special attack by 1 stage, which obviously, if you can get two of those up, you go to over 700 attack, 700 special attack, which is absolutely huge. It is going to destroy a lot of different Pokemon. You've then got Dazzling Gleam, again for coverage, hits those Dark types, hits Dragon types, hits Fighting types. Thunderbolt, again, more coverage, and I finally put Thunder Wave on this. Now, you don't have to go Thunder Wave, you could just choose another attacking move, like Grass Knot, for example. But I thought Thunder Wave works as potentially a max guard if you need it for any reason, and also to paralyze Pokemon to slow them down, because you have no way of increasing up your speed with this set. Now, I have put Red Card on here. Red Card allows for you to get rid of a Pokemon when it attacks you, so it hits you, that Red Card forces it out and it goes into something else. You can also go for a variety of other items like Life Orb, any of the choice items, because they're not activated when you're Dynamaxed. You could go for any assortment of berries, maybe even a ground reducing berry. I think that's Shucker, but I'm not 100% sure because I can't remember all the berries. But yeah, those are some options you have. For Thunderbolt, you also have the ability to set up the electric terrain, which can be helpful if you've got a rest user, for example, or a Pokemon that's trying to status you a lot. No, that's going to be Misty Terrain. That's electric terrain is just sleep. But yeah, if you've got something that's trying to yawn you, Hypnosis, that can be helpful in that scenario. And also, if you've got a Pokemon with Rising Voltage, that can be helpful as well. EVs got max special attack, max speed, timid nature, more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense, kind of as I said before. But anyways, that is all for Nihilego. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.